Hey loves, thanks for watching and welcome back. I hope everyone's doing well today. So getting into the video, I am using Betty Cora's 3XL square tips. Now I'm taking that beautiful nude sun tone from Kairose nail supplies. And I'm using BombNailz size 14, and it's the new Rosegold and pink brush, and I just really love this brush. And this is really my first set using it, so I'm still trying to break it in. You want to make sure you dip your knife in the powder or the liquid before you cut, because it'll help prevent it from sticking to it. And now I'm just going to cut off a little bit of the edge to make sure it's even. Now I'm taking that beautiful glitter carnation and silver opal, and I'm just kind of going to do a color blocking with the glitter. So even after I sped up every video, it was still 47 minutes long. So I do apologize for that. This set did not come out the way it was supposed to. And I wasn't sure if I was going to post it, but everything is a learning. So I just went ahead and kind of went with it, I guess. And now I'm just taking the smallest amount of the pink glitter and placing it on one side, patting it down, making sure everything is even. I know with me, even though I know I'm going to cut it off and about where I'm going to cut it off at, I always try to make the acrylic go there. I tried to cut off as much or as less acrylic as possible, if that makes sense. And now I'm just doing the same thing on the other side. I'm taking the smallest amount of that silver opal, and I am placing it down and just patting it until it's where I need it to be. Now I'm taking the knife and I'm just going to cut the smallest amount off the bottom just to make sure that it's an even, clean line. So now I'm using that sun tone. It is a nude from Kairose nail supplies. I just love their cover colors. And while the glitter is drying, I'm just moving on to the next finger. When I lay the bead, I try to get it as close to the design as I can. So that's what I'm going to do here. I'm just going to pat it out kind of where I need it to be before I cut it. So after you place your knife in the powder, then you can start cutting out your design. Now I'm taking that same sun tone color and I'm just placing the bead at the bottom of the nail, trying to get as close to the design as I can before I cut it off. So after it's dried enough, I'm just going in with my hand file and I'm going to file just to make sure the edges are nice and crisp. Now I'm taking that sun tone color from Kairose Nail Supplies and I'm just placing a little bit of it underneath of where the glitter is, just to kind of separate the color a little bit. After placing the knife in the powder, then I'm going to go through and start cutting out the design. I'm just going straight across, a little thinner than what it is now, just to kind of separate the color from the glitter. So now I'm taking them two same glitters, the Carnation and the Silver Opal, and I'm just going to kind of try to vertical ombre them inside of this design. So I will let you watch that. Now I'm using that beautiful color Milk Bath from Kairose Nail Supplies. Now I'm just placing a small amount of that Milk Bath, just enough for the flowers to stick to. So you have to be really careful what wildflowers you encap, because after you encap them they turn brown and it's not very pretty, at least not for this set. I was hoping they would stay that pretty purple color. And it usually takes a few minutes after you encap them. It doesn't happen right away. So I didn't even realize that they had turned that brown color until I had gotten to a few other fingers. After I place the flowers down, I'm taking some of that silver opal glitter and I'm just kind of filling in the gaps, and I wanted to stick some of these little Calvin Klein embellishments in there, so I needed to give it something to stick to as well. So I just added just a small amount of this glitter, and now I'm just adding a couple of them embellishments. And after I'm done with that, I'm just taking the smallest amount of that Milk Bath and I'm just kind of rubbing it through, trying to give it that Milk Bath look. Now I'm taking that Garnation and I'm doing a vertical ombre at the bottom, and I'm going to ombre it through the top too. So I'm trying to make sure where it ombres at the top that I'm blending it down. Now I'm using that silver opal color and I'm going to do the same thing on this side. I want to make sure it's really thin through the top and thicker towards the bottom, not too thick, but you want your glitter to show more. Now I'm taking Milk Bath and I'm going to ombre this and sun tone down. So I'm just going to take the smallest amount of the Milk Bath and I'm not going to go up too high, just a little bit, and I'm going to ombre the Milk Bath down into the vertical ombre glitter. Now I'm taking that beautiful nude sun tone and I'm going to ombre it down through the milky white. So here I am tinting a Frenchie, and it's a little bit more difficult because my brush is new and it's not really broken to that shape that I need. So I am trying to quickly pat out the Frenchie. Now I'm just going to take a file and crisp up my edges really quick. Now I'm using that beautiful glitter carnation from Kairose Nail Supplies. And I have a coupon code for them too. It's tabs15. You can get an extra 15% off of your order. It's always in the description. So I'm just taking a small amount of this glitter and placing it where I need it to go, up in the smile line. And now I'm taking the silver opal color and I'm going to do the same thing on the other side. So I actually didn't notice that it was brown until here. So here I am placing the small amount of milky white so I can place the flowers. And when I realized, I looked over because I wanted to see where I placed the flowers at so I could place them differently. And I realized they were brown. So then I tried to take the leaves and place them in there, and I realized that it didn't match at all. So I tried to take the leaves out before it dried, and some of it had already dried up. So then I had just took a little bit of the white and the milky white, and I tried to marble it a little bit, and then I took some of that glitter and just kind of went over it. By this set, I was just done with it. I was just ready to be done with the set. Nothing had kind of worked out the way that I wanted it to. I was really just trying to break in my brush. So I just kind of left it like that. So here I took some of that milk bath and I just went over the glitter just to still try to give it that little bit of a milk bath look. So now I'm going to start capping all of the nails in clear acrylic. Now I'm going to go through and file all of the nails. I'm using my same Melody Susie M Series nail drill, and you can use my girl Paige's code for an extra, I think it's either 10 or 15% off. All of that will be in the description for you guys, with the dust collector as well. These nails were really thick to me, so I'm going in with the coarse drill bit just because it's faster. Once I've gotten most of the thickness off that I wanted, now I'm going through with the medium drill bit, and I'm just going to start shaping the nails and smoothing everything out. And now I'm going in with my Pana 8080 nail file. So because I didn't like how it turned out, I was trying to fix it. And I think the more I tried to fix it, the more I messed it up. But here I am I'm using my liner brush that I got from Shein. And I'm taking some white gel paint. And I'm just going through and tracing over the smile line. I'm not really sure why I did that, but I did. And now I'm just tracing over this too. Again, I'm not really sure why I did, but I end up doing it. So I took the smallest amount of the Betty Core rhinestone glue and I placed a small line across the bottom, and now I'm just taking these rhinestones and I'm just going all the way across with them. And I basically did the same thing to this nail underneath of it. So now I'm just taking the rhinestones and I'm just going across with it. I took the Betty Cora rhinestone glue and I placed two small lines, and now I'm taking some of them flowers and I'm just placing them randomly on the nail. Now I'm just taking, this is like an edge sealer for rhinestones, and I'm just placing the smallest amount in the flowers so I can add the caviar beads. And now I'm just adding the caviar beads in the middle of the flowers. And now I'm using Savvyland's top coat, and I'm going to top coat all the nails. And I think that's pretty much well it for today's video. So I want to thank everybody for watching. If you haven't hit that like and subscribe yet, please do. I hope everybody has a great day. Bye.